everyone. Okay, I'm going to scoot you in because I wasn't sure about last video. Okay, so let's get started. Now, you might hear pounding, you might, but I don't know, Bus's snore is pretty loud. So, you might end up hearing banging. My husband is putting our bedroom floor in, and he only has today and tomorrow to do it in. So he did work overtime yesterday, but I was like, oh, but I really want to start off the new year positive, and you know, January 1st I want to put a video, so I waited. So sorry guys, so I'm gonna do it now. So if that's the sacrifices that we might hear a pounding here or there, then I'm sorry. So this is week 49. And isn't that already starting to be cute? I use the collection from Very Merry Simple Stories. Now, I will tell you that this December has been weird. It has been totally weird because we ran out of time. We ran out of time, and there was like, I mean, I had goals. I wanted to make a Santa bread, and time really flew. I mean, like, seriously flew by. And I don't know why, but we didn't watch one Christmas movie. We did not watch any, or we didn't make any cookies. I didn't give any cookies or to friends or family. Nothing. I didn't bake. I didn't do anything, you guys. So it just snuck up and bit us in the butt. And so now we're like, okay, so we can't have a do-over, so now we gotta wait for next year again. But considering how fast this year came, then it'll be okay. But still, really weird. And then the saddest part is that football's almost over. Scream, because that's horrible. Why can't it be like 9 months old? It was a gestational baby. Something like that. I don't know how to say it anymore because it's been like 19 years. Or 20 if you count, early pregnancy. So anyways, this week we went to the San Francisco Zoo. It was so much fun. We've never been, and maybe when we were kids we went. Tim and I were trying to figure out, but not while we've been together, and we've been together a long time. So we've never taken the kids or anything. I don't know why we missed out on that. I'm not sure, but so we finally decided to go, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and it was so neat because we lucked out. The weather was a little bit cold, but there was just enough sun where all the babies were out, like, sunning themselves. They were like, okay, well, here's a patch of sunlight, so we'll just lay right here, which happened to be by, like, the windows. So that was cool. So we really lucked out with that. And the giraffes were just, one of them was like, I guess his tongue itched, and so he was just scratching the heck out of it on the pole, and it was really, really cute. So, and then this was also, we did. We painted our bedroom. And so this is like the before, and then I'll do the afters later on when we're at that point. So, but for now, this is the before, and it was almost like a pistachio green, and don't tell me, why I thought that was a good color. I have no idea, but hey, you do things when you move in, and you're like, oh, this color's so nice, and then you have a little 3x3 swatch. And then I'm no interior designer, so yeah. But so it's been up there for this long, and it was time. Like I said, we took back our bedroom from the babies. We were like, okay guys, enough is enough. Let's have our room back, and so that way we can leave our door open when company comes instead of closing it, because the babies, they just, yeah. So it was one of those things. So that was for this. And then this day, my mom and I were like, let's have a girls' day. And so we're like, okay, cool. And then we're like, oh, let's let my dad drive us. And so my mom's all, yeah, let's have your dad drive us. So we were like, okay. So he says, okay. He didn't have a problem with it, which, you know, my dad, oh my God, my dad, he was always just this, he could never be bothered, you know, to do anything or to wait. He could never wait. He was always antsy, you know, like, oh, I got to do stuff. And at his old age, which, you know, I used to give him a hard time about, he waited while we shopped for 2 hours in the car. He was just chilling, listening to music, people watching. I was like, oh my God, this is not my dad. So that was funny. And then he surprised me because this is when we first met. And so we went to Denny's to go eat breakfast. And then he's like, oh, you can drive the rest of the way. And I'm like, what? Because I can tell you exactly when I drove my dad. When I drove my dad was when I was 15. And he freaked out. And he's never been in the car with me since. And so this is the first time that he actually let me drive, and he was in the back seat and he was just chilling. I'm like a whole different dad, you know. It's one of those like, what is going on? But he did so well, and I was like amazed. But you know what, quite honestly, that's how Tim is now too. Tim he's fine. You know, give him his book and he'll wait for me for, you know, an hour or two, whatever it takes. And I'm like, what? And he couldn't do that. He was like my dad. He can't, you know, he couldn't be bothered, you know. It's like, you gotta do stuff. I gotta do stuff. And now he just chills, and I'm like, so it's funny how both the men in my life are like that. So it's like, okay, all right, there, you know, it's pretty neat to watch, honestly. So, okay, let me tell you about this toilet. Why I have a toilet picture? Because we have 3 bathrooms, and the 3rd bathroom is our guest bathroom, and it's right off of the living room, dining room kind of area, you know, I guess traditional. And well, we've had this toilet since we moved in. This house has pretty much been the same since we moved in, and we never changed it because, well, I'd rather go on vacation with the kids and experience life than to fix up the house, and so we sacrificed. Well, now that we're older and, you know, I save up everything and we can still do vacation, and we're not paying for 4 people to go on vacation, so that's, you know, that helps. So the other money for the 2 other people we put towards, we're putting towards the house now. Well, this toilet Tim has been wanting forever, because the old toilet that was in there was really getting bad. It's like you're not even sure if it's gonna flush. You know how when you go to somebody's house or you go to a public restroom and you're like, oh my God, please flush, you know, and you're like, oh my gosh. So I bet that's how our guests always felt when they were here. And you know, I never used it, so it's like it didn't bother me. But he was starting to use it more, and then he's like, I just don't know if it's gonna flush. He's like, I want a new toilet. I said, okay. So he gave me a warning, and so I saved up for it. So I saved up for this toilet, and he's like, okay, I found the toilet I want. It swallows golf balls. Like, it swallows golf balls. Are you gonna put golf balls down there? I'm like, oh my goodness. So he's like, no. He's all, but it'll just, it's good. It's good. And I'm like, okay. So he figures out that Home Depot has this toilet. Home Depot has this toilet, and well, one of his co-workers is a plumber, and he still has his side business, and he's all, so Tim calls him up and says, hey, is this a good toilet? You know, yada yada. And the guy's like, yeah, it's a really good toilet, so just, you know, get it. And so he's like, okay, he's like, but you can get it here at our local place instead of going out of town to go to Home Depot. And so Tim's like, oh, okay, fine. So he goes down to that place, the local business, and he's he goes to the guy. The guy says, oh, we don't have that one in stock, but I can get it here by tomorrow. Tim's like, okay, that's fine. That's fine. You know, I've waited, you know, 2 months for it, so it's okay. So comes in the next day. We live like 20 minutes away from this business. And we took our Yukon. Well, that's a gas hog in itself. So he took Cordell and then him, and they went down to go get it. He brings it home, and he opens up the back gate and goes, oh my God, it's the wrong one. And so when he talked to the guy, when he ordered it, he asked the guy specifically, is it this? Is it this? Is it this? The guy said, yeah. No, it's that. Well, no, it wasn't. So Tim is like, oh, he's bugged. He's really bugged. So he takes it back, gets his money back. He's like, no, I give my money back. Well, then he ended up working a lot. And I said, I'll go get the toilet from Home Depot. So I go to Home Depot. And the sale ended. It was like $30 off. It ended, it was $30 off. It ended the night before. I'm like, of course it did. I'm there. So I talked to the manager. I go, hey, you know, we live in a whole different town. I couldn't get over here last night. If I would have known, I would have went that night. But I didn't know that it was on sale only, of course, till the next day. And so they're like, well, we'll compromise. We'll do half. And so I got it for $15 off instead of the $30, and I thought, okay, that's fine, whatever, okay, fine. And so me and the kid who helped me load my car, well, we opened it and we looked inside. I looked inside, he looked inside, we're like, okay, it's good. So get the toilet. Tim's working, so he, I bring it home, bring it in the house. The next day, Tim comes home, and he opens up the box, pulls out the backing. The freaking toilet is cracked. The toilet is cracked in half. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, we opened it. It was broken. I'm like, oh my goodness. So he's just like, oh my God, I just want a toilet. So we were like, okay. So it took us 2 days to get back over there to go take back this toilet, or maybe even like 4 days to take back this toilet. And so we took it and we told them it's broken, that kind of thing. They didn't give us a hard time, so that was cool. And then they took it back, and then they had a couple in stock. So Tim, I said, you better inspect this like there's no tomorrow. So he took out the whole toilet, and he's like, it's in his hand, his hand is up there, and he's just like inspecting it and stuff, and it was just hilarious. So we were like, okay, it's perfectly fine. It wasn't broken. So, oh my goodness. So, and if it was going to be broken, it was going to be because of us. So we get home, and I think 2 days later, he was able to install the toilet, and it was just like this drama with this toilet that he's been wanting, and it took so long to get it. It was just, oh my gosh, yeah. So I felt bad for him, because he's just like, I should have just got it when I wanted to go get it at Home Depot. So he's like, I had to go listen to somebody else, and this is what I get. And so, oh my gosh. Yeah, so that was my toilet story. But now it's a nice, pretty toilet, and now we're like, okay, nobody use it. So, but yeah, so, and then now he's like, I feel confident using it. So I'm like, okay, then it works. So it was funny. And then I ended up having, the next day I had a paint party, and this is the friends who came in and did the paint party with us. We did the signs, and this is my sign. I just put it there. And the first person who came out of the bathroom, I go, was it good? Was it good? Did it flush okay? They're like, yeah, it was good. And I'm like, okay, no, with confidence. So I was laughing. So yeah, so our toilet, oh my goodness. So now it's in, and now he's good. But oh my goodness. So yeah. Oh, too funny. This stuff that we do. So to save $1, right? You're like, oh, just do it. Yeah. So, and then I discovered two, well, this is the same author this is the second book. And remember I was telling you in the week 48 how I found two new authors? Well, she was one of them. I have been loving it. I have been loving. Her name is Paige Tyler, and it's so good. And then I discovered her, Diane Duvall. Now, if you like Sherilyn Kenyon, if you like her, it's just like that. I mean, it's not, it's not like plagiarism, but, the head guy is, kind of like Acheron. So it's, it takes maybe some liberties, I'm not sure, but either way, I love it. So I've read every single one from the library, so those are the ones I had to buy from eBay, because I'm like, I gotta finish this. I gotta read this, catch up on this series. So I had one book come in yesterday and stuff, so that was good. But I'm like, oh my god, give me some more books. So yeah, so these are two new authors that I am really digging. I'm like really loving it. So pretty fun. And then let's see, let me because I'm almost done, let me say hi to Miss D. Peggy Rochelle, I'm so excited that you're still with me too. You guys are coming out of the woodwork, and I thought you guys left me a long time ago. Got tired of me, especially because I don't explain any of my processes and stuff. I just tell you about my life. But yeah, so, but thank you. Thanks for staying with me. Send Ernie, as always. You're always such a great supporter. And then Natalie Gavin. Oh, Natalie. Oh, I read your post, or I read your comment, and oh, girlfriend, I'm like, I feel so awful for you. I am so sorry for your loss. Gosh, to get hit by a car while on a call is just devastating, and I wish I could hug you, and I'm so sorry. And yeah, it's just so awful. I'm sorry. I really am. So, but I feel for you, and I'm just devastated for you. So just know that my thoughts are with you, and I'm sorry. Scrapping Posh. You made me laugh with that your husband's a gamer, but he goes to work, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. I'm like, oh good. So, and I'm sure Adele would say the same thing about Aaron. So I just watched her vlog today, and he was playing something Camelot or something. I don't know video games, and I was laughing because I'm like, he goes to work. So it's just some people don't. And that would be my son. So, but age, right? When you got mama and daddy supporting you still, I guess you don't really have to do too much. So yeah, one of those things. So I am almost done, you guys. What do you think? I am loving it. I am just loving this layout. It is so much fun. Let's see. So much fun. I love it. Oh, where did that come from? I'm not sure. So this is week 49. 49. My mom, she's all, I'm going to beat your dad with a baguette. I'm like, what? So we were laughing. So she gets out of the car. She's like, your dad likes baguettes. I'm going to beat him with it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, my parents. It's the joy of being married for like 48 years or something. So I will fix this when I'm all done. Make it all pretty. But what do you guys think? Do you love it? I love it. I love the colors. I love how everything came out. I love Santa. You know how much I love Santa and reindeers. Oh, I love it. So yeah, what do you think, Vanahants? You guys, Happy New Year! Happy New Year, and thank you for staying with me. I just want to give you hugs and hugs and hugs. So thank you, and I am going to keep going. So I'm going to keep going. I'm loving what I'm doing, so yeah, you can't get rid of me. Alright guys, and look at my postcard. So take care, Happy New Year, be safe, and I will see you pretty soon because I'm almost done with week 50. Alright guys, take care. Big hugs. Bye.